I'd like to actually talk about, we talked about the letter A last week, and I said I'd mention two herbs, two of my favorite herbs every week per letter. And the letter of this week, of course, is B, second week here. And, wow, hard decision to decide on two herbs because there's so many good ones. But I have to say, and Steve and I are going to talk more about this subject and actually probably have a guest on to talk in future. But probably one of my favorites, basically for its importance, is black walnut. And it's a herb that grows regularly here in the South. Pretty much most of the southern states black walnut grows. And it's a superb herb. You use the outer hull of the nut. The nuts can be used too, as well, but I'm sure people are familiar with, especially some years ago, black walnut candies and black walnut ice cream even. But it, as a herb, if you take the outer hull of the nut itself and make tincture from it, it is superb in killing all sorts of different parasites. It will actually kill tapeworm, roundworm, ringworm. It's great against candida. It's good against athlete's foot, fingernail, toenail fungus. It's basically an antifungal and antiparasitic. And it's something that you absolutely must have if you want to get rid of parasites. And that is one of the things we're going to be talking about in a future show. We'll mention it somewhat today, but it's definitely going to be the subject of a future show. So if those wiggly crawly things get you wiggly and crawly inside and make you feel uncomfortable, get comfortable with it. It's a subject you need to know about. It's a subject that is basically health conditions that are rampant are caused by parasites. And almost everybody has some form of parasite. One of the best things for getting rid of parasites, in addition to these great herbs I'm going to be talking about, is onion juice. And garlic also is really good. Garlic will get rid of pinworms. But onion juice, and it's really tough to take onion juice, I can tell you that, because it's really strong. But if you juice like a couple of onions and you get about 4 ounces of onion juice and drink that 3 or 4 times a day for 3 or 4 days, that, even bloody, watery diarrhea, giardia will be gone. I mean, I actually experimented with this myself in Egypt, and by the second day, I had normal bowel movements again. I kept doing it for a while, just to be sure, but very, very effective. I mean, something that simple. Most of us onions in the house, they're very good for expelling worms. But as far as herbs go, there's 3 primary ones that you all need to know about as far as parasites go, and those are black walnut, which I mentioned today, artemisia or wormwood, and cloves. And the combination of those 3 will get rid of the largest number of parasites possible. Burdock root. Incidentally, the black walnut is in our parasite purge blend, which also has the cloves and the wormwood. So if you want to stay really on top of things and make sure you have something anti-parasitic on hand, you can get the parasite purge from enerfood.com. That's ENERFOOD.com. Back to burdock root. Now that is superb for skin conditions. It actually is a liver tonic, and it's said in herbal literature to have anti-tumor properties. Of course, no herb can cure cancer, and we have a lot to talk to you about that today. Really important stuff, which we'll go on to in just a moment here. Burdocks also have mild laxatives, so it helps to keep the bowels moving, but primarily it's a blood cleanser. Helps to keep the liver working properly and helps to clean the blood. So it basically encourages the liver to work better, to remove toxins from the bloodstream, and hence, by doing so, basically improves your skin. So, ladies out there listening, if you're wondering how to keep your skin healthy, taking burdock root tincture on a daily basis is a great idea. And one of the reasons why I say that is because so many people are convinced that what they put on the outside is the key to their skin health, and yet it's so important what you take on the inside. We recommend that people take food every day to help keep their skin clear, but in addition, you may want to add the burdock root because it's really effective in keeping the skin clear.